Why Valentine's Day feels so big. There's something strange that happens as February approaches. Nothing in your actual life has changed yet. No conversation has happened. No gift has been given. No plan has been confirmed. And yet, your body already feels it. A quiet pressure. A subtle expectation. A sense that something important is coming. Valentine's Day hasn't arrived. But your brain is already reacting. Not because of love, but because of anticipation. Your brain doesn't treat all days equally. Most dates are neutral. They pass without meaning. But some days become symbols. They stand for ideas larger than the day itself. Birthdays mean identity. New Year's means reset. And Valentine's Day means love, worth, and belonging. Once a day becomes symbolic. Your brain stops seeing it as just a date. It becomes a measuring stick. Valentine's Day quietly turns love into a deadline. By this day, you're supposed to feel chosen. Feel desired. Feel remembered. The brain doesn't ask whether love can be scheduled. It just absorbs the rule. So instead of asking, how is my life actually going? Your brain asks, where am I supposed to be by now? And deadlines create pressure, even emotional ones. The human brain evolved to compare. Comparison once helped us survive. Now, it shapes how we feel about ourselves. On Valentine's Day, comparison goes into overdrive. Couples become evidence. Gifts become proof. Posts become measurements. Your brain doesn't see someone else's highlight. It sees a verdict about you. And comparison doesn't ask if the comparison is fair. It only asks if you measure up. Loneliness doesn't suddenly appear on Valentine's Day. What changes is contrast. When everyone talks about connection, disconnection feels sharper. When love is emphasized everywhere, absence becomes more noticeable. Your brain interprets this contrast as significance. It's not that you became more alone. It's that your environment made aloneness impossible to ignore. Here's the part most people don't realize. Social belonging is not just emotional. It's neurological. The brain treats social rejection as a form of threat. So when Valentine's Day triggers thoughts like, am I behind? Am I unwanted? Is something wrong with me? Your nervous system reacts as if safety is at risk. That's why the emotions feel intense. Your brain believes something important is on the line. Even people in relationships feel it. Because Valentine's Day doesn't just ask, are you loved? It asks, is your love good enough? Is it romantic enough? Public enough? Expensive enough? Visible enough? Your brain absorbs cultural standards and turns them into silent expectations. So instead of presence, you feel performance. Your brain stores emotional days differently. If past Valentine's Days were painful, your brain remembers. If they were joyful, your brain expects repetition. Memory compresses years into patterns. So one date begins to represent all my past experiences with love. The day itself is small, but memory makes it heavy. Your brain is not reacting in isolation. For weeks, you're exposed to images of romance, language of perfect love, messages that say this day matters. Repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity creates importance. Your brain mistakes exposure for significance. It feels big because it's everywhere. Valentine's Day teaches a quiet lesson. That love must be visible to be real. But the brain doesn't measure love accurately under pressure. It confuses quiet connection with absence, simplicity with lack, privacy with failure. What doesn't perform publicly starts to feel invisible, even if it's real. Here's the paradox. Valentine's Day passes quickly. But the emotional weight lingers. That's because anticipation lasts longer than reality. The brain spends weeks building meaning. Then hours experiencing the day. Then days processing what it thinks it learned. The build-up is the real event. At its core, your brain isn't obsessed with romance. It's obsessed with certainty. It wants to know. Am I safe socially? Am I valued? Do I belong? Valentine's Day feels big. Because it pretends to answer those questions. But no single day ever can. The problem isn't Valentine's Day. The problem is letting one symbol stand in for your entire worth. Your brain tries to simplify complex emotions into single moments. But love is not a snapshot. Belonging is not a post. Worth is not a holiday outcome. Valentine's Day feels powerful. Because your brain assigns it power. Not because love depends on it. But because meaning was placed there. Once you see that, the pressure softens. The day becomes what it always was. Just another date. With a lot of projection. So if Valentine's Day feels heavier than it should, remember this. Your brain is responding to symbols, memories, and social signals, not reality itself. Nothing about your value is decided by a calendar. And love, real love, was never meant to fit into one day anyway. And even after the day ends, your brain keeps searching for answers. After Valentine's Day ends, your brain doesn't instantly reset. Emotions don't follow calendars. They spill over. If the day felt disappointing, your brain keeps replaying it, looking for meaning it might have missed. If it felt good, your brain quietly wonders how long that feeling will last. Either way, the brain keeps processing. Because it believes something important just happened. Even when nothing actually changed. The brain settles not through grand gestures, but through consistency. Feeling valued regularly matters more than being celebrated once. Small signals of connection. A message. A routine. A familiar presence. Teach the brain that belonging is ongoing. And once the brain senses continuity, the urgency fades. Valentine's Day loses its grip. When love stops being treated as an event and starts being experienced as a pattern. Comment, does Valentine's Day feel meaningful or heavy for you? Like to help others understand their mind? Subscribe to WhyCurio for psychology that actually makes sense.